Hello learners, welcome to Senior Secondary Environmental Science course of NIOS. In our previous program, we have already been discussed about modern agriculture and concept of sustainable agriculture. Industrial revolution took place in mid 18th century. Once industries began to provide goods and services, life became much easier and comfortable, but the negative aspect of industrialization was generation of lot of waste material. Waste accumulated to pollute air, water and land and impact biodiversity and humans. Research introduced technological devices which generate less waste and cleaner technologies forms the topic of this lesson. Use of cleaner technologies deals with improved method of manufacturing goods by using less energy and raw material and produce good quality goods. And such eco-friendly technology keeps environment pollution free. This is lesson 22, cleaner technology of module 6. I am Neelam Gupta, course coordinator of environmental science. Welcome to this program of NIOS. The objective of this program are definition of waste and method of reduce, reuse, recycle waste, concept of cleaner technology, waste management, causes, prevention and safe disposal of nuclear waste, life cycle analysis, eco-labeling and eco-mark. What is waste? Unwanted discarded material that accumulates due to non-usability is waste. In other words, we can say waste is any substance which is discarded after primary use or it is worthless, defective and of no use, or waste is an unwanted or discarded material which cannot be used in its present form. Now come to the type of waste. This can be mound of solid waste, municipal waste, plastic waste and industrial waste as shown in next slide in general. Now come to the types of waste. Waste can be three types: solid waste, liquid effluent and radioactive waste. Solid waste are of two types, that is municipal solid waste and industrial waste. Liquid effluents can be classified as industrial liquid, gaseous from industries and municipal. Radioactive waste can be classified as hazardous and non-hazardous. Municipal solid waste come in the form of vegetable rejects from homes and markets, plastic material, debris from construction site and biomedical waste from hospitals. Now we will discuss industrial solid waste in detail. Sources of industrial solid waste are coal ash or fly ash from thermal and power plants, blast furnace slag from iron and steel mill, red mud and tailing from aluminum, copper and zinc producers, lime mud from fertilizer industries, gypsum producing pulp and paper industries, hospital producing biomedical waste, fertilizer allied industries producing gypsum. The major producer of liquid effluents industries are cement, thermal power plant, iron and steel fertilizer plant, zinc, copper, aluminum smelters, oil refineries, distilleries, pulp and paper industry, pharmaceutical, dyes and dye intermediates, pesticides, petrochemicals, tanneries, sugar and basic drugs. Next is municipal waste, vegetable rejects from domestic units and vegetable markets, plastic material, building debris, biomedical waste, etc. Now come to the industrial liquid waste. Liquid waste from industries are after thrown into water bodies like rivers and streams without any treatment. As a result, these effluents pollute river that adversely affect aquatic life and the river ecology. The industrial waste water often contain valuable materials that can be recovered. This approach improves quality of effluent discharge into the river on one hand, fetches additional income to the industry on the other hand. As an example, the recoverable material from industrial waste water of different industries are: paper and pulp industry, recoverable material is lignosulfate and sodium salt; textile industry, caustic soda; distillery industry, potassium salt and yeast; fertilizers, recoverable material are calcium sulfate and chloride; coke oven, ammonia, ammonium sulfate, tar, naphthalene and phenol. Municipal liquid waste comes from hotels and residential colonies in the form of sewage. Various gases are emitted from industrial installation that have potential use but are not being utilized. These gases can be converted into methanol and petrol. Carbon dioxide emitted from various sources can be used to produce calcium carbonate. Sulfur dioxide emitted can be converted into either elemental sulfur or gypsum. Waste heat from hot gaseous emissions can be recovered for suitable use as shown in this slide. Now come to the radioactive waste or nuclear waste. It comes mostly from nuclear power plants, hazardous because radioactive substances emit harmful radiations. Radioactive waste should be disposed of carefully to save physical environment and living beings from exposure to radiation. Depending on impact of waste, they are categorized into hazardous waste and non-hazardous waste. Hazardous waste include to a special category of waste containing certain chemicals, metals and pathogenic organisms that can cause serious health problems and damage to the environment even at low concentration. Indiscriminate disposal of these waste into environment without proper treatment could lead to complex hazardous pollution of river water, land and groundwater resources. Non-hazardous waste, all other waste which are not covered under the hazardous category are included in this group. Now come to the concept of cleaner technology. Generation of enormous amount of waste has caused alarming situation threatening human well-being. Cleaner technology is using technology in industries in such a way that environment is protected from harmful effect of waste accumulation and the resulting pollution. This led environmentalist scientists and technologists to think seriously about cleaning the environment by reducing industrial and other types of waste. The aim is to make industrial manufacturing processes cleaner and more sustainable by redesigning them, take cues from nature, that is, how nature deals with waste. In nature, waste or the leftover of one organism become food of another organism, so that nutrients of the earth are endlessly recycled. So the problems and solutions are: problem is improper disposal of waste causes pollution, pollution causes damage to physical environment and health hazards for plants, animals and humans, but industries are needed for development. Solutions are cleaner manufacturing technologies for less waste generation, better methods of waste disposal and detoxification them, indulge in reduce, reuse and recycle, encourage resource exchange, that is, use waste of one industry as raw material for another, add 2 more R's are recover and redesign, discard, throw away economy as it is wasteful economy and cause pollution due to accumulation of waste. Now come to the waste management. It means planning and implementing ways and means of safe disposal of avoiding incineration or burning waste which is commonly used but releases the greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide and others into the environment causing global warming and climate change. The slogan for waste management are use of 3 R's. The 3 R's strategies of waste management involve reduce, reuse and recycle. Add 2 more R's to reduce, reuse and recycle are recover and redesign. If these R's are used to manage waste, negligible waste will remain. How to reduce waste? Reduce consumption, redesign manufacturing processes so that less material and energy is needed, make repairable products, make long lasting products, reduce on packaging or use recyclable packaging. How to reuse products? Reuse reduces waste of resources and pollution. A well-made product is long-lasting, repairable and reusable. Don't junk everything. For example, recover and reuse automobile parts, brakes, doors, steel frames from broken down houses in new construction. Believe in handling down clothes, glass, crockery and utensils. Use cotton and jute made bags and metal and material for long use and biodegradable waste rather than the non-biodegradable plastic. Be careful in handling waste from TV, computers, mobile phones and other electronic waste, that is e-waste. Dismantling them leaves a scrap of heavy metals like lead, mercury and cadmium. Do not burn them to prevent exposure to fumes of dioxins. How to recycle? Design and mold discarded material into new products and artifacts. Example, use old newspaper and magazine and paper. Think of ways of using them. For example, make carry bags, small notebooks, slips for making lists, etc. Never waste unwritten sheet of paper. Use for rough work because paper is a plant product and trees are cut to make paper. Glass, aluminum and steel may also be remolded, so also plastic can be recycled. Make manure, compost and vermicompost from kitchen waste and use for growing your plants. When waste is recycled to make some products, for example, go old plastic bags into new plastic garbage bags, it is primary cycling. When waste makes new product, example, rubber tires into rubber bands, paper pulp fibers into cardboards, it is termed secondary cycling. Now come to the recover. This is the recovery of waste without any pre-processing. Example, waste oil that cannot be refined for reuse in vehicles can be burnt for energy recovery. Recovering the energy from waste oil reduces our dependence on coal and imported oil. Redesign of resources in such a way that products that redesigned can be reused. It emphasizes for zero waste. Thus, our priorities to tackle the problem of waste management should be in order to, as shown in figure, our first priority is waste prevention, which means we have to change in manufacturing process to stop production of harmful chemicals, use less harmful resources or material, reduce packaging material in products, make products that last longer and easy to repair. Our second priority is to reuse and recycle, which means reuse products, repair products, recycle, compost and recyclable products, and our last priority is to manage wastage. Waste management means to treat waste material to reduce toxicity, bury waste in landfills, incinerate waste and release waste into the environment for dispersal and dilution as shown in figure. Now come to bioremediation is the most eco-friendly method of waste management. Bioremediation is the use of organisms, mostly bacteria or plant or animal, to break down waste and render them harmless. Bacteria and plants have been identified that can clean up soil and water by metabolizing pesticides, solvents, radioactive elements and toxic metals like lead, mercury and arsenic. Use of cleaner technology will ensure clean and healthy environment and sustainable development. Next section is nuclear hazards, their causes, prevention and control. Nuclear energy is atomic energy. Atoms are the smallest part of or unit of elements. Atoms have nucleus. When the nucleus of radioactive elements like thorium or uranium split, that is nuclear fission, or fuses with another nucleus, that is nuclear fusion, a lot of energy is released. Nuclear power plant capture such energy for use by humans. Radioactive atoms are called radionuclides. Since water is a natural barrier for radiation, it is used to isolate radioactive spent nuclear fuel plants. The fuel cycle for obtaining nuclear energy from nuclear power plant is given in next slide. Each step of cycle possesses hazards as shown in the figure are mining of ore, processing, transportation, move to nuclear power and release energy as shown in this figure. Nuclear fuel cycle begins with mining of uranium ore from the underground mines. The ore is then crushed into sand and then concentrated using a solvent to produce yellow cake. It is then sent to a factory where it is turned into fuel pellets which are packed into rods. The rods are inserted in the core of a reactor which undergoes nuclear reaction under controlled conditions to avoid explosion. The reaction produces tremendous heat which boils water to make steam. The steam turns to turbine, produce electricity. Each step of the fuel cycle possesses a potential threat or hazard which is dangerous for life on Earth. Apart from heat, many new radioactive elements are also produced. These are unwanted and dangerous byproduct or radioactive waste. Uranium ore and mill waste remain heaped in desert because there is no place to store them. They blew around with wind and wash with rain, giving on radioactive gas for thousands of years in future. People are concerned about the safety of nuclear power plants they are currently operating. Radiations can be released from them and nuclear contamination can occur at all other parts. Here we will discuss 2 or 3 case studies related to nuclear disasters. First is 3 Mile Island, USA in 14th March 1979. There was a breakdown of the main pump. The other auxiliary pumps failed to operate and electricity generate turbine stopped. At this point of time, emergency coolant should have flooded the reactor to bring down the temperature. The coolant did start to flow but did not cool the reactor, but the faulty meter showed it otherwise. The high temperature resulted in core meltdown and radioactive steam was thrown into the atmosphere. This was a nuclear disaster. Pregnant women and children were removed from the accident site. It was over a year before anyone could enter the plant. The damaged reactor was eventually defueled in 1990. Next is Chernobyl in Ukraine on 25th April 1986. Test was being conducted to measure the amount of electricity that would be produced even if the steam was shut off, but the turbine would still be spinning. To reduce the output of steam, control rods were lowered into the core. To prevent further delay in testing, the cooling system was manually turned off. This was a serious safety violation. As the test or the experiment continued, the energy level of the reactor increases 2000 times. The fuel rods broke and the cooling water turned into steam. There was a large explosion and the roof of the reactor broke. Radioactive fumes spread around and this became the world's worst nuclear disaster. People suffered radiation sickness and this increased then chances to suffer from leukemia or blood cancer. Chernobyl put 300 to 400 million people at risk in 15 countries. Look at the figure. Now, prevention and control. In such cases, immediate manual shutdown of reactor necessary, redesign reactor with automatic shutdown. In nuclear power plant, only 1/3 heat used for generating electricity, 2/3 lost as waste heat, redesigning necessary. Instead of installing expensive cooling operation, constant reactor near lakes, river, ocean to draw lot of water and return after cooling is over. Now, safe disposal of nuclear waste. Radioactive waste may be low level or high level. Low level waste include waste from use of radionuclides in laboratories, hospitals and industries. High level waste result from spent nuclear fuel rods and absolute nuclear weapon. Nuclear waste may be disposed safely as bury it deep underground in insulated containers. This is a strategy being pursued in United States. Shoot it into the space or into the sun. The cost would be very high and a launch accident should be disastrous. Buried under the ice sheet of Antarctica or Greenland ice cap, the ice could be de-established by heat from the waste. The method has been prohibited by international law. Change it into harmless or less harmful isotopes. Currently, no method is known to do that, and the method would be too costly. Presently, waste fuel rods are being stored in special storage ponds at reactor site or sent to reprocessing plants. Even though reprocessing is more expensive, but some countries are using as an alternative to waste storage. Dump it into deep oceans by keeping the waste into glass and steel cases, but the containers might leak and contaminate the ocean. Both high level waste and low level waste into the Atlantic Ocean. The method is prohibited by international law. Until 1983, European countries had been dumping. Before 1983, when dumping was stopped by law, 90,000 metric ton waste has been disposed in the ocean. Thus, safe disposal of nuclear waste is a matter of debate. Potentially usable sites or location where nuclear waste can be disposed of should have some characteristics like low precipitation, deep water table, slow moving groundwater, absent or near absence of exploitable resources in the area, absence of surface water, low possibilities of tectonic movement, adequate buffer zone, etc. Next section is life cycle analysis or LCA. Society has become concerned about issues of natural resources depletion and environmental degradation. Many industries have started using clean technology processes to provide greener products. Thus, environmental effect or impact of products and processes have become a key issue. That is why some companies are trying to find out methods to minimize their efforts on the environment. Many industries are actually using pollution prevention methods to check and improve their environmental performance. Life cycle assessment is actually a concept which considers the entire life cycle of a product. In other words, it is a cradle to grave approach for assessing industrial production system. It actually involves all stages of life cycle of the product. Example, raw material extraction, material transportation, manufacturing product use and disposal of out of service products. The term life cycle refers to the major activity in the course of product's lifespan, from acquiring the raw material to its manufacture, use, maintenance and final disposal. Life cycle assessment is done in a systematic manner. First aim or goal, that is define or describe the product, process and or activity. Second, inventory analysis, that is identify and quality energy, water, material used and environmental releases. Third is impact assessment, that is assess the human and ecological effect of energy, water and material usage and the environmental releases identified in the inventory analysis. Interpretation is both, that is evaluate the result, inventory analysis and impact assessment to select the preferred product or service. Now come to the benefits of LCA. Becomes easier to select product or processes by service. Environmental impact identifies environmental impact from one medium to another. Impact of each stage on human and ecological effect of material consumption can be accessed. Now come to the eco-labeling. When labels are put on eco-friendly products, it is called eco-labeling. For example, if you see the picture of earthen pot on a product, you can buy the product because it refers to the slogan, no harm to environment, that product. Fish bearing labels on canned fish or fish oil can mean the fish were caught by sustainable fishing practices. Now objective of the eco-labeling is protect environment, spread awareness about environmental issues, encourage efficient management of renewable resources, ensure availability of natural resources for future generations, promote efficient management of non-renewable like fossil fuels, protect ecosystems, protect species diversity, prevent pollution. Eco-labeling in India. In India, eco-labeling scheme is a Indian government would support cleaner technologies for manufacturing eco-friendly products, example soap, detergent, architecture, paper, etc. This is strong emphasis on cleaner manufacturing processes in the criteria used for the granting. The idea of earthen pot is to show that is made of soil to serve the purpose. Once broken, it mixes with soil, so no harm to environment. Such labels are called eco-labels. Eco-labels to products. Presently, the scheme is limited to household and some consumer products to meet certain environment criteria along with quality requirement of Indian standard. The label is known as Ecomark. The quality is of Indian standard eco-label is issued by the CPCB, is represented by a pitcher or an earthen pot indicating that the product is not harmful to the environment. Before we wrap up, we would like to recap the main points once again. Cleaner technology is using technology in industries in such a way that environment is protected from harmful effect of waste accumulation and resulting pollution. Waste in our surroundings can be classified into various waste such as industrial and solid waste, municipal waste, liquid, gaseous and radioactive waste. Industries may interact in such a way that waste of one industry becomes the raw material of another. Product and process can be redesigned to save accumulation of waste. Waste management is reducing or minimize waste, reuse and recycle the waste to make use of the waste. The 3 R's of waste management are reduce, reuse and recycle. Each step of the fuel cycle is associated with hazard or risk. The step are mining, processing, transportation and nuclear power and energy. 2 important nuclear disasters are 3 Mile Island, USA and Chernobyl, Ukraine. It is not possible to control the nuclear radiation once they spread out in the environment accidentally. Disposal of nuclear waste must be given serious thought. LC is actually a concept which considered the entire life cycle of a product. The eco-label is issued by CPCB, is symbolized a pitcher or an earthen pot indicating that on life cycle analysis basis. Dear learners, this is all about lesson 22. Cleaner technology. We will come again to meet you with a new program of environmental science. Thank you.